Hello everyone and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul. Today we have a special guest here in our studio. This is Dalin from MadCatz. How's it going, Dalin?
Good, thank you.
Thank you for being here today. I understand you've brought what is essentially a couple products, but they're available as a package. What we're talking about today is the MadCatz M.O.J.O, and that's this little guy right here. So let's start from high level. What is this? What does it do?
What does it do? So the Mojo is a micro-console for the Android. Okay. It's an Android-based micro gaming console, and it's loaded with a lot of great stuff. So right off the bat, it has a Tegra 4 processor. Okay. So it's a 1.8 gigahertz NVIDIA Tegra 4. It has multiple USB inputs in the back. Very so nice. If you want to kind of swing that around. There. All right. So we got USB 2.0 and 3.0 on there. Okay. You got Ethernet over there. You got HDMI. It has a stereo jack, so you can do stereo headphones. Plug in there if you want to, keep it in your headphones. It also is Wi-Fi compatible, so if you want to use Wi-Fi, don't have to put the Ethernet on there.
Very nice. I also like that you guys have included a micro SD card slot, so some expanded storage available.
Right. So,
right out of the gate.
And that's a big thing. On board right now, we got 16 gigabytes on there. With the micro SD, you can expand it up to 128 gigs.
Nice.
So put all of your media on there, everything. It's great.
So as far as say your market perspective, or the how you see this device being used, I mean, essentially you have a little tiny computer. It's all in one there. Android based, of course. It's I understand it's shipping with 4.2.2 right now, and then KitKat, which will be available soon, which will also bring some additional functionality to the table once that is updated on this as well. But before we get too far into that, physically very small, very portable. So
yeah,
if you need a computer or something like that on the go, I imagine this is going to really fit into somebody who maybe does a lot of traveling but still wants to have.
Yeah, I mean, to be able to throw that in your suitcase and plug it into a TV in a hotel is great. I mean, the whole thing with this is that it's a way for you to get all of your apps and media and games and everything that you have on your Android based, throw it up on a high def TV in your living room, wherever. And just game, So this is going to ship with the controller that's here on the left as well, which also has some functionality. We're actually going to do a demonstration with that where we'll be talking a bit more specifically about some of the features there. So connectivity-wise, basically you get this HDMI cable, which does ship in the box. Plug that into your TV. And that'll give you 1080p.
And that'll give you 1080p right out of the gates. If you want to connect this to the internet, you have a wired jack, or it's got built-in 802.11n wireless, of course ABGN compatible. And then for additional connectivity, the USB 2.0 as well as 3.0. And actually, back here behind us, we have one set up. You guys have connected a USB hub to that, so you can actually have even more peripherals connected to it. So you can kind of treat this as a portable gaming system you're using with a controller, or you also have the option to plug in a mouse and a keyboard and essentially use it for maybe more productivity for actual typing, mouse and keyboard.
Oh yeah, you can fire up Office on there, type emails, do whatever you want, just like a standard desktop. So that's really cool.
Excellent. So back here, in case you guys are wondering, there's a Strike 3 keyboard. This is another product from MadCatz. It's available. If you guys are interested in keyboards, check that one out. And then a Rat 3, also here in the back, one of MadCat's newest mice, which is a bit more affordable than some of the other ones. You guys can also check that one out. And again, both of those right now connected to a USB hub there in the back, and that is allowing all the functionality that we have connected. But let's talk about actually the box perhaps a little bit. Do you want to maybe do a quick unboxing, show everything that comes included?
Sure.
So here's a quick look at the box for you guys. We're not going to go over all this in detail, but you can see some of the features, of course, listed down there at the bottom. If you guys want to pause and take a look, the 16 gigs of integrated memory, of course. And then, Dalin, I think on the side you guys have some more detailed specs.
Yep, right here.
So again, we're not going to go over all these for you guys right now, but you're welcome to hit the pause button really quick, give yourselves a little read over of those. And then I like the packaging you guys put together for this little setup. So let's take a look inside the box.
Take it off and show you inside.
All right.
Slide that back around there.
Sleeve over the outside. The MadCatz claws.
And then the magic door.
And then, so this is a combo package. So this again is the Mojo combined with the controller. So you're going to get both of those in there. As far as additional stuff that's included in the box, it's not actually in this box right now because we've taken everything out and we've set
it's
it all
all
up.
in. It's all in use.
It's all in use.
But it comes with it.
But you do get this little bracket here, right? That comes with the controller.
Right. That's the travel clip, and I'll I'll pull this one out. And we can talk about the controller a little bit.
We can take a closer look at that. So the travel clip allows you to use this controller with an Android device, such as a smartphone.
Right.
Okay.
So, and actually, it's really cool because not only do you get the controller to use with your Mojo, but if you are going on a trip, you can just throw the controller and this travel clip in the bag, and it's really easy. Just screws on right here really fast.
Very nice.
And then you got your phone on there, and so any game or app that supports the gamepad mode, you'll be playing. So we have Dead Trigger playing on here right now for FPS game, which is really cool.
And I like the mounting method you guys have. It's very sturdy. You got a metal screw that goes in there and secures it. And then this bracket up here, which is going to adjust to handle different sizes of smartphones that you might be popping in there.
Yeah.
And then
really fast.
We should mention that right now for connectivity between the phone and the controller, we're using this Bluetooth adapter dongle. This isn't always going to be the case, though, from my understanding?
No. As soon as the more devices get released to have KitKat, they will all be Bluetooth low energy. So when we have that, then you can ditch the USB dongle and just go straight Bluetooth.
So you'll just be able to get a native Bluetooth connection between the two devices. No need for that little dongle. I mean, it's not huge or anything, but just sticks off to the side a little bit. But that will allow you to use it right now until the KitKat update comes. Apart from that, though, the controller has a lot of functionality built in, and this is kind of made to be sort of a multi-use device. It's going to be able to work with a PC or with an Android power device like this. And what are the messages you guys have integrated to allow people to switch back and forth between those modes?
So yeah, we have a little switch here.
Okay.
Switch it around. So on this little switch, we have the PC mode, which is if you want to just plug in the USB dongle and go straight into your desktop, laptop, you can game right there. Okay. So that's one use. If you switch it over to the mouse mode, it'll just do exactly that. It'll emulate a mouse. Okay. So you can use that on the Mojo, navigate the dashboard just like you would a normal mouse. The last one is our Game Smart. So Game Smart actually allows you to go in and play different apps that might not have the mouse mode built in.
Okay. And so this is kind of addressing some of those, because when you look at Android, there's lots of different games. Some of them work natively. Some of them are ported from other platforms. Right. Some of them are built for a mouse input. Some of them are built for using touch interface. Yeah. So this is basically allowing people to, if you get stuck trying to play a game that needs a mouse support, you can actually switch it so that the thumbsticks will operate as a mouse rather than operating as a standard thumbstick.
Right. Yep. Okay. Just to give you the options so that switch between one of those and you'll be able to play.
And even some games where you even need to get into the menu just to tell it to switch over to controller mode. Right. Allowing that mouse ability is going to allow you to jump in there and do that. Mm-hmm. Very cool. As far as additional functionality on the controller, you got some multimedia buttons as well?
Yeah, right across the top here. So they're conveniently located. So you can get in there and do both the volume. You can play from there, fast forward. So it's really cool. You can actually be in, and we'll show you this when we walk through the dashboard. But you can be, loading things or going through different apps and actually be controlling your media with those buttons, so it'll play in the background. Excellent. Which is pretty cool.
Now, one other thing, since we already brought up the Bluetooth connectivity here, the Mojo also has Bluetooth built in, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Is that also going to be a functionality that gets the update? So once the KitKat comes
once
out,
KitKat comes in, you'll be able to ditch the USB dongle and just be Bluetooth.
All right. So you can use your controller and your Mojo wirelessly. And what kind of range can people expect?
I think it's in excess of 30 feet.
Excess of 30 feet. All right. So if you want to set up the Mojo on your home theater system, connect it up to your big screen TV. And then wireless connectivity, so just as you would with all the modern game consoles, no cables required.
Right, yeah, kick back on your couch.
Very nice. All right, so I think next up we're actually going to go into a bit of a demo. So we're going to show you guys the Android interface, how you navigate around that in order to change settings, in order to use it as you would more like a typical computer. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, gaming. We're going to do a bit of gaming demos as well, so why don't we jump into that?
All right.
All right, guys, so we have enlisted the help of Nathan, and he's actually going to be giving us a little bit of a tour. So let's talk UI, of course. This is Android. If you're not familiar with Android, well, It's pretty easy. I mean, I've never really had much difficulty with Android, of course. So you've got, of course, your home screen here, apps and games you can pop up there just as you would expect with Android. Clock integrated, sort of your shortcut list of tools down at the bottom. Newegg app already installed. Very good job on that one, you guys. So you guys can shop on Newegg with your Mojo. And so let's talk about functionality here. Games obviously is a big focus for MadCatz, but before we jump into that, what else do you guys recommend doing with the Mojo?
Well, I mean, really, you can do anything that you can on your phone. I mean, you sign in with your Google Play account or Tegra, you know. Everything that you've already purchased and have been using on your phone is unlocked here. You just install it and you don't have to rebuy anything.
Very nice. So you're not going to have any backwards compatibility issues or anything like that.
Right,
so if you've got games, you just load them up, maybe a quick download, and then you can get them all, of course, Play Store connectivity right here. And just as far as the UI in general goes, as you can see, it's Tegra 4 powered, so really nice, smooth animations, very, very, very quick and crisp when it comes to actually getting around the UI. And then we did mention briefly that we do have a mouse and keyboard that are connected right now, so those can be used. So again, even if you want to use this for basic office work, email, something like that, you know.
You can use them both at the same time. I just took over using the mouse from him. So.
All right, so we got the mouse plugged in, and here's Nathan is at Newegg. Beautiful. So yeah, easy to plug and play connectivity for all of your basic PC peripherals, of course. And that's enough of that, though. Let's talk games.
Yeah, let's talk games.
All right, so
let's launch a game here, Nate.
What shall we start out with?
I'm going to show you some FPS action here.
Okay. And again, this is portable gaming. So if you're going to compare this to something like a desktop PC, the fact that you can take this, slip it into your to-go bag or your carry-on or whatever, bring it with you on the road.
Right, the mobility of that is awesome, and to have that, and just, I mean, the size of space that this takes up, I mean, it's very tiny, so, you know, it's going to fit on your entertainment center. You're not going to need to make a giant shelf for it or anything. And
low power too. I mean, if that's if that's a factor for you, this is going to be using a fraction of the power as would say a desktop PC or something like that. So whether you want to set it up as an HTPC or something along those lines. And then again, if you guys haven't done much gaming on Android at this point, it's really not like Pong.
Right.
There's a lot of games, and a lot of them are very impressive. So here's a 3D FPS shooter. What game is this?
Conduit.
This is Conduit. Right. All right.
Yeah, I mean, and using the Tegra 4, I mean, it looks great, runs smooth. So you combine that with our Control-R, so you have the analog sticks for playing with this. Because, I mean, that's, for me, that was always the biggest thing, is playing an FPS on a phone. You're taking up half the screen with your fingers, right?
Yeah,
so
just trying to
get in to go and just like play this with a controller. I mean,
so it's going to give you a much better experience.
Exactly.
And again, I know this video is mostly about the Mojo, but of course, if you had a phone capable of this, it does come with the bracket adapter. So
right. Yeah, you got the travel clip.
If you want to do more mobile gaming, take the Control-R and your travel clip, connect up your smartphone, and you can get this same experience on the go. Of course, that's going to be a little bit more dependent on the hardware that's in your smartphone.
Right.
Not everything has quite the graphics chops that the Tegra 4 powered Android devices do, but that's pretty sweet. So there's some Conduit for you guys.
Cool. Yeah, let's show you another game here. We've got to load up Meltdown.
All right, so next up is Meltdown. What type of game is this, Nathan?
This one's more like an action, sort of isometric view.
Third person, yeah.
Third person.
Third person action.
So a quick load here, and then we'll take a look at this one. Quick load times.
See, and it actually detected our Control-R up there.
Oh, very nice.
Which was cool. Give you a little notification that it's recognized.
So is that just going to be dependent on the software developer?
Yeah, whether or not they call it
whether
out.
or not they've sort of put in specific profiles for the different controllers that might be out there. But
right. Yeah, as you saw with that first game, it didn't actually say anything. So
okay, so if it's recognized, chances are it's going to map all the buttons for you
right.
properly. But other than that, you do have the option switch between that mouse mode and the gaming mode
right.
to get into the options menu to properly map out all your buttons or change them if that's
yeah. And depending on the game, I mean, sometimes you'll be playing a game in one mode, and then for navigating the menus, and then when you actually play, you can switch it, and everything will be mapped too. So it's pretty quick and easy to do.
Right. Oh, mine's nice. So this one's a little bit more like a kind of 2D forced perspective.
Yeah. And I mean, and even if you look at the ID that we did on the controller, you know, it's based on controllers that people are recognized, you know, the shape and the comfortability.
Yeah, it's very familiar, and you can tell it's very nice build quality when you actually hold it in the hand. It has a decent weight to it. I like the thumbsticks, definitely very responsive. All the buttons, of course, right where they should be. So it's going to be a really natural experience for anyone who's used any of the modern console game controllers before. It's a pretty quick crossover.
Yep. And then I think we have one more game we wanted to show really quick here.
It's hard to get Nathan.
So as you see, it's really fast for it to pop out there too.
Yeah.
He just hit the home button on there and jumped right back out to the dashboard. Okay. So it's just like with your phone, you know, hit one button, you're out.
Hit one button, jump back out. All the navigation, very intuitive. And here's a little Riptide for you guys. There's another very nice looking game, particularly when you consider that this is a mobile platform.
Yeah, I mean it holds up on a bigger screen, so it's great.
Oh, and in case you guys are wondering, we are outputting this to 1080. The monitor that we're looking at right here is a 1080 monitor, so it is full resolution with motion blur effects.
Yeah.
That's usually only available with the Tegra 4 chip.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually an improvement over the last generation version.
Nice. So this is one of those examples of if you are using a mobile device and it doesn't have, because one of the big features of Tegra 4 is the fact that they actually have their GPU cores integrated there. So you're going to have much better gaming performance with something like this than you would with a device that's not Tegra 4 powered, I suppose.
All right.
So next up, I think I'll play for maybe a half an hour to an hour.
We wanted to show you guys some media, actually, next. So one of the big things that people are always using is Netflix, of course. You know, everybody wants to stream video, so you can do that right on here. So
you need a Netflix account, of course, but go ahead and pop that in, and it will start streaming. As Netflix usually does, it's going to start you at a pretty low bit rate, and then it will kind of gauge your internet speed, and it will increase that over time. But here we can see a brief clip of Avengers, which hopefully won't get us into any trouble. Okay. They're friendly with us anyway, right?
Yeah. So that's Netflix streaming.
Nice.
So you can see it went back to
and it's already jumped up to 1080 there.
Yeah, yeah, I was looking already high def there.
A lot more crisp towards the end, but we don't want any copyright infringement. So. Just a quick demo. Of course, you should all go out and purchase Avengers if you're watching this video right now. Or I guess just Netflix.
And then the next thing we wanted to show you was just your own media that you have. So whether that's on a you know, a micro SD card, or if you have an external hard drive plugged in, you can access your own videos, your own music, and you know, it has available. So here's a video.
And of course, it's Android, so streaming services also would all be fair game. Or what I've been seeing a lot more of lately is setting up a media collection at home, setting up an internet streaming function to where you can access it remotely. There's tons of different ways to do that, but this being native Android, you know, you just get the app, plug it in, connect to your stuff at home. Or of course, you have that micro SD card slot, so tons of expandability if you're going
you have
somewhere.
a lot of options.
If you're on a plane and you don't have Wi-Fi or something like that, you can load that up with some media, audio and video, and you get plenty of entertainment on the go. Sweet.
And then we'll just show you kind of the music really quick.
All right.
And so it's got a good little interface, you know, all your controls right there. And this, again, he can take advantage of all these on the actual controller because they have the media buttons right across the top.
So you just hit play and pause.
You hit play, pause,
go down and find the button.
Go through the tracks that way. Do volume. Volume is actually a pretty cool addition on there. See, so just turn it all up, turn it down.
It's loud.
Yeah.
Those are monitor speakers too. Nice.
All right, so and that's the audio.
All right, and there's a bit of a quick hands-on demo for you guys. And that is just about going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Dalin, once again, thank you very much for stopping by today.
Thanks for having me.
And again, we've been taking a look at the MadCatz M.O.J.O, as well as the Control-R controller, which is also available sold separately if you're just interested in the controller functionality. But of course, check out the M.O.J.O if you guys are interested in Android gaming, something that's portable, something you can take, plug into your big screen TV, and give yourself all the functionality that you would expect. Tegra 4 powered, lots of stuff you can do with it. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave us some feedback, the like button right down there, or maybe a comment down in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.